Good day, everyone. Thanks for being here for the new Business Buzz Show. We're glad you're here today. I'm Leon Thomas, one of your hosts for today's show. At the new Business Buzz Show, what we do is give new business owners an opportunity to talk about the buzz about their business. Here we go. Hi, everybody. Again, I'm Leon Thomas. Welcome to the new Biz Buzz Show. We're glad to have you here with us today. Where what we do at the new Biz Buzz Show, we allow new business owners to talk about their businesses and hopefully create a buzz about their business. If you are a new business owner and you'd like to have your show featured right here on New Business Buzz, here's what you do. Send me an email. Send me an email to Leon the Trainer at gmail.com. And to learn more about what we do at Leon the Trainer, go to our website. That's leonthetrainer.net. I want to now bring in our co host for today, Brooke Young. Brooke Young is a very, very accomplished broadcaster. She's also a children's book author as well as a character performer. Brooke, it's great to have you with us here today.
Oh, and likewise.
Thank you for spending time with us today. Now, we have some very special guests today, very special guests. Noah and Tiana, very special people to me because they are family. They are family. Let's bring them on in and we'll say hi to them. Hi, Noah. Hi, Tiana. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
It's good
Thank
to
you
see
for
you.
having us.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure. We're glad you're here. Thanks for spending some time with us here on New Business Buzz. We're glad you're with us. Now, here's the thing, Noah. Let's talk real quick about how you and I got connected. As I recall, I was strolling around on Facebook a couple of weeks ago, and my cousin, your grandfather, George, said something about soap, and I bought some soap. We'll talk about that shortly. We'll talk about that. And then you and I started talking, and you told me you started a business and all. And so I'm really happy that you started a business. Tell us real quickly. Tell us about the business and how it got started. We'll go into more details later, but just give us a real kind of 10 to 15-second roll on it.
Okay, well, I have a all natural soap business, which is slowly becoming more of a skincare type business because I'm slowly expanding to more things other than soap. And it got started by a friend of my mom's asking me if she wanted me to have if she wanted to help me start my own business to become my own entrepreneur because she owns her own shop.
Okay. All right. Great. Great. And that's the way it happens. Sometimes folks ask a question and things get started. And so Tiana, so Noah tells you I want to go into business. Tell me, what did you think? What were your initial thoughts?
I was excited because it's soap. I obviously was like, Noah, you got to do some testing. But I had no apprehensions about her starting her own business. She had done some research. She was thinking about names, but I was more concerned about the testing because it is skin care. But she said it was going to be all natural, so I let her do her thing.
Okay, you let her right on. Go ahead with it.
Do
Now,
your
Brooke, you
thing.
went. What's that? It was a good thing. Yes, yes, yes. And so, Brooke, considering a lot of the things that you do, I thought it was great to have you on as our co-host for today. So, I'll turn it over to you for the next couple of minutes. Go ahead.
I feel that entrepreneurship is so important, especially for young female business owners, to be empowered, to be strong in yourself, and to have something that you're passionate about and to work towards that goal is super duper important, especially to see people start when they're young. And that's one of my passions is I love to see other people following
their passions. Can you tell me a little bit more about when you knew skincare was your passion? Because all natural skincare is very important. I'm wearing no makeup right now, and I take pretty decent care of my skin, or I like to believe that I take good care of my skin. But I think so many people pile chemicals, especially women, pile chemicals on their face with makeup and lotions and different products, and they do not realize that they're actually making their skin worse by doing that.
Mhm. Well, I initially knew I was interested in skincare because I have eczema. So, for as long as I remember, it's been really hard to find a product that doesn't cause flare ups, doesn't cause even the smallest amount of itching, because as soon as I scratch, immediately spreads, right? So, I at first was interested in dermatology because I've always liked science, biology, that whole idea. And I knew that with going into dermatology, I could probably figure out my own skin, therefore figuring out other people's skin and helping in that way. And slowly I went away from dermatology, but I still wanted to keep that same idea of helping myself and others, because like you said, a lot of people don't realize that the things they think are helping them are actually hurting them. And especially when your skin isn't as sensitive, you don't notice until it might be too late. So I thought that having a product that helped me, I thought that starting there would be good, because then that's um, less experimenting for me and my mom, because I feel like we try new stuff all the time. We used to go to the dermatologist all the time trying to figure out a way to just bring me back to like a ground zero instead of all of these like bumps and scratching, just trying to get it down. So this was the perfect way to help me. And then after I figured out the perfect recipe, help others that also have eczema or psoriasis or sensitive skin, or that just wanted something they knew didn't have as many chemicals and all those like long words that you see on the back of the bottle that says like all natural,
Mhm.
something that you know what's in it and you know.
Very transparent, and like you said, so many people that don't have sensitive skin. So I don't have sensitive skin at all. My skin is basically like iron, but my sister has psoriasis, and I see the struggles that she goes through to deal with her skin, and her hands are often very cracked, so we soak our hands in oil every single night. And I think it's so important to listen to your body, to listen to your skin, and to take care of yourself, but so few people do, as you mentioned. Now, another thing that you said was you want to serve other people. That's one of my defining core values. So I actually sat down when I was younger. I started a business when I was 16, and I wrote out my two core values. Have you done any core value searching and have thought about what you're really hoping to bring to the world?
Um,
And I know that's a hard question.
I for
I'll give you an example. My core values where I like to create things, I like to create art, meaningful experiences, meaningful opportunities and relationships. And secondly, I like to serve people, both myself and the world around me at large. So if I'm doing something in those veins, I think things are going pretty well. Is there something that you're drawn to in terms of a core value?
Um, definitely the serving part, the
Mhm.
part where I get to help others, because especially when I see feedback where people are like, "Oh, I loved it. Oh, this it helped with this or that." It just makes me so happy to see that I'm actually changing something for someone. So
It's
definitely,
heartwarming. It's so heartwarming.
yeah. And then I this is something I definitely get to be creative with, like whether it's a design for a different soap, coming up with a scent, like the whole process. It's a great creative outlet.
Right.
Now, uh, tell me this. Tell me, how do you make this soap? Tell me the process. What do you do? Tell me, if I wanted to make soap,
Mhm.
how do I do it? How do you do it?
Um, well, when I was researching, I started off with someone else's. This is it. I started with someone else's base recipe, which it's just balancing oils and then a lye solution. So a lye solution is sodium hydroxide and distilled water. So for me, I probably do maybe close to a 60-40 oil to lye recipe, because you want to make sure all the lye is taken over by the oil, because if there's any extra lye it will cause chemical burns instead of bubbling, which is what should happen. when you get the perfect mixture.
All right. So now I want to think about this. I am I got some soap, and I've had soap before, of course, and not a lot of men are into soapy things and all of that stuff. So what about men? Tell me what's the advantage of men using good soap as well. And then we'll go back to the processes. I want to ask your mom some things about what she's doing in a minute. But go ahead, tell me why. What's the benefit of men being in it, knowing about soap?
Well, I understand that, like, not wanting to use like more feminine products, sorry. But everyone needs to take care of their body, whether it's internally or externally. So I'm slowly trying to understand that I can't do like all floral scents or like citrusy scents because that might not cater to the male population. So for this month, I did do sandalwood scented soap for my guys out there, and then I'm gonna try and do that every month. Incorporate at least one scent that could be good for the males that don't want a rose scented soap, because I had a customer once and he asked me if I had more masculine scents, and I hadn't realized till then how important it was to make sure I'm including everyone, because I don't know, like what you asked is, I never thought like guys were like, oh, I need this, right? I need this soap, or maybe I should use this body wash instead. I always thought they went to the store and just picked up like a bottle of Axe or something. I didn't know. So um, yeah, I'm slowly getting that I need to make sure that everyone has an option. So yeah, this month I definitely wanted to include that and did with the sandalwood soap, and I'm gonna try and continue that.
Well, I think if you keep this going, all the men aren't going to be going and just grabbing whatever off the shelf. That that's for sure. That's for sure. Now, Tiana, tell us tell us some things that you do. Tell us what your involvement is in the business.
In the business, I am probably the chauffeur, the chauffeur to the store, the chauffeur to making deliveries. Noah's not driving on her own yet. She doesn't have a license. So she still needs me in that way. Um, I'm sitting in the Soap Fabulous headquarters, which is a bedroom in the house. So she has a bedroom. And then when she's making the soap, she actually takes over the entire kitchen. So I relinquished about half the house and I'm the chauffeur. But other than that, it's hers. It's all her. She does her product ordering, her product researching, the soap failures, the soap successes of it
Good, good.
when
Go
it
ahead,
comes to
Brooke.
the actual product. Yeah. I give
Uh,
some input and sometimes we go back and forth and I'm like, do we know what? Well, you do it. That was just a suggestion, but it's your decision.
When I was younger, I started referring to my own mother as a momager, which is a mom plus a manager. I think it's a great way to describe mothers of entrepreneurs because they wear so many hats, especially with a young businesswoman. You wear so many hats. You are the PR, you're the customer service, you're the customer relations, you are so many things. You're the marketing manager, you're the word of mouth manager, if that is even a thing. And you wear so many hats that so few people realize. So, hats off, hands up to all the momagers out there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm always proofreading. I am a sixth grade teacher, so I'm the proofreader of, I try to catch all of those mistakes in the social media posts.
Well, my mom is the same way. My mom proofread my children's book. I can't tell you how many hundreds of times. So, momagers,
all
Yep. So
right.
that's my job. When it comes to the soap though, it's really Noah's thing. Super proud of her. She's doing it on her own.
I have one more question now. So my soap arrived, and I've used the soap,
Okay.
and it came packaged. I'm going to take a picture of the packaging and just I'll post it everywhere because the packaging itself was like, ooh, wow. It was like that wow moment, right? And so that's part of the service. So I'm looking forward to taking some pictures of that. And I used it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I really, Really enjoyed it. So, no, I have one more question now that from me for right now. Tell me this. Your friends, family members, folks at church, school, and so forth, what's been the response from them?
Everyone's been really supportive when it comes to either buying or just saying like, "Noah, you're doing a great job." And then in the beginning, when I was paying for everything, because I knew it was gonna be expensive, but the if I could show you guys receipts, you would be mind blown. But a lot of people, and if they are watching, I have to thank every one of them for even giving just $5 if they did, to just help me get like molds for the soaps, cutters, everything I needed to even like make my first bar. I have to thank them for that, and then trusting me with their skin when I first did my launch. Everyone, like I think I sold maybe I don't even know, maybe 100 bars the night of my launch, just to family and church family, because they've always been there, and seeing them doing that showed me they always will be there.
Yeah, nice.
It's so important, or excuse me, wow, I just said important. It's so important to feel supported as well. And I think that's something that so many people, when they start an entrepreneurial journey, realize is that I'm supported, I'm cared by so many people that do know me, and additionally by people that don't know me. But there's always going to be those couple of naysayers that always have something negative to say. Have you encountered that at all? Any struggles?
Um, Thankfully not, because I don't know what I
Well,
would do.
congratulations. I'm so glad for you.
Yeah, thank you.
And it's so nice to know that you are just doing great as such a young businesswoman. How's the numbers been? That's what's my struggle. When I started doing business when I was younger, I always struggled with numbers. I struggled with accounting and keeping track of things. So that was a big learning curve for me.
Yeah. I know how you feel. I just had to get like the little paper registers, because I, especially in the beginning I was just buying and buying and buying because I just needed so much at once. But now I'm keeping track of everything I get in, everything I get out, why I got this, what I got, what I need to refill on. So like now I definitely keep better track. But in the beginning it was completely hectic.
Do you hope or plan to do this full time or an entrepreneur full time?
Um, well, with college coming up, I definitely am gonna have to focus on that more. So I might have to put this on hold for maybe like a month. But as soon as I get settled, I definitely want to figure out a way to come back, since I most likely won't be going to school in Buffalo. But I'm definitely gonna figure out a way to come back, maybe a weekend. Or
You'll
maybe
make it happen. They'll start letting you use the dorm room kitchen. They're going to see, look at this entrepreneur, and then it's just all going to work out. And so many things happen that way. You start with an idea, and then your idea begins to snowball, and you find out innovative ways and innovative people, and you start making these connections, and everyone lends in a hand to help you. And that's really what I found, and that's what I hope you'll find too.
thank you.
So, Tiana, I have another question for you.
Sure.
And parents listening to this, I'm sure you've done this. You know how when our children are younger and they want us to the school tells us to come home with wrapping paper and pizza and all of those things, all the fundraisers, right? And parents
Hmm.
take those things to work and we sell, and then the child gets the credit for it. And meanwhile, we've been the ones that have been
Right.
buying and buying and buying, and our friends have, and we've been doing all the selling and all of that. Tell me, Mom,
Hmm.
how much you've been selling on the side? How much you've been selling for?
I haven't. I actually haven't. I um Now let me think about this. Of course, the people that know me, I'm sure my friends have supported her, but I haven't, and I probably should do more. I haven't like been pushing it down people's throats like Girl Scout cookies. I honestly have not. They know it. My friends that are close to me, they know and they have supported her. But I'm telling you, it's not me. Now my mom has done more of the Noah selling soap, and you got to get, bars and bar. Actually haven't done that. My mom is that person. She's
I
the Girl
yeah,
Scout troop leader. I'm
I think
not.
so, yeah. I think something you said earlier where this is Noah's show, that you're letting her do the research, the selling, and all of that. And it's a great way for her to grow. It's a great lesson for all parents that let them do. And so my
Yeah.
hat off to you for doing that. I think that's really really cool for you to do that. We have just
And that
about
it might be the teacher in me. I don't know. I just think, with this pandemic, I think a lot of people, there were some people that got really complacent. And then there were people that became really successful during this period. And I'm actually very proud of Noah for keeping herself busy. Here in Buffalo, we have been virtual since it's been a year now that we have been virtual school and at home and kind of on a lockdown. And I'm proud that she has done something creative and meaningful with her time. And being an entrepreneur is not just about doing something you love. Like sometimes she makes promises and it's up to her to be up all night to fulfill those promises and fulfill those orders. And she has to keep up with her money, and she's doing a wonderful job keeping track of how she spends and what comes in. And when I make money, this is not for me to go shopping or go out to eat with friends. Um she's been a good steward over her business, and I think she's learning a lot while doing this. I'm very proud of her.
that is just great to hear. That is great. So Noah,
Mhm.
congratulations to you that you're doing it all. You're doing it all now. Brooke, go ahead and ask some things that are on your mind, and then I'm going to come back and ask a couple of questions, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Go ahead, Brooke.
I'm semi-speechless, which never happens to me. Now, if you know me, I talk about a mile a minute. So speechless never happens to me, but I just, as we said, so many people became complacent during the pandemic. So many people became downtrodden, and really didn't
Mhm.
have a creative outlet. But I think especially as a creative person, to have music or dance or creation or art as an outlet helped not only you, but helps other people, because it helps other people see that if if you are, or if Noah is standing up against this time and against this pandemic and saying, I'm not going to let this beat me down, it inspires other people to go after their dreams as well. And inspires other people to, continue on with their visions and really keep persevering. What do you say to that? What does that feel like to be kind of an inspirer?
Um, I never thought of it like that, and it's nice to hear it like that. Um, I don't know. I'm happy that I could possibly be influencing someone or helping someone even fathom the fact that they could come up with an idea and work with that idea to make something of themselves or make money for themselves or do whatever they want to do with that idea. So that's kind of nice to hear. Thank you. I never thought of
Well,
it.
I love that too. I think that young women need really good role models. And I think that's very important, especially going into moving forward, because this has been a hard year. People have been very isolated. They haven't been with their family and their friends, but a lot of people go to the internet or go to YouTube to find strong role models. And I would definitely classify you as that.
Thank you.
Right, good deal. So some great stories here, great information, and I have at the bottom of the screen how someone can order the soap. They can contact you on Facebook right there. We see it scrolling on the bottom of our screen. So I hope everyone goes there and supports the business. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Maybe we'll bring you back on in a couple of months or so to see how things are going, because I'm looking forward to it. I know it's going to be a great success. I'm really looking forward to that happening. I have just one more question, and then we're gonna rock and roll. One more question. Tell me about the scents. Tell me, how many scents do you have, and go ahead and call them off and kind of describe what each one is, what all the products you have are.
Um, I try and do about two or three each month. So for this month, and it being February Valentine's Day, I brought back the rose soap that I started. I think that was one of my first soaps. Like, yeah, that was one of my first soaps. I brought it back this month because a lot of people loved it. So it's called Rose Soiree, and it's rose scented soap. It's black. I have it next. Do I have it next to me? Yes, I do. This is a thinner cut than what it actually is, but it's a black and white soap. It's usually about an inch thick. And for this month, I actually started putting rose petals in the soap because the petals can work as an exfoliant and you can get more of that natural rose oil to help clear some blemishes and stuff like that. And then I have the other scent I did because I only did two this month was sandalwood for my guys, since like you asked earlier, it is important that guys get the same care that the women do. So I did sandalwood soap, which was like a brownish tannish color, and I put uh, butterfly pt leaves in it because this tea has been like all over TikTok, and I think you can drink it, but I've heard that it doesn't taste good, but I know it's still good for your body. Like it can help with discoloration in the skin. It can even like the I think the actual scent, the earthier scent of it helps calm some people. I read. So I included that, and then that's like a sandalwood scented soap. And then of course this month I also brought out my scrubs. They're both rose scented, and it was just a new addition for this month because I want to try and start expanding from soap.
Okay, great. That is great. I'm really happy for you. I'm glad things are going well with your business. I'm very proud of what you're doing. Mom, again, congratulations to you two for raising such an amazing daughter and
She is.
giving her the room to grow in the business. This has just been a great spending time with you and hearing about what you're doing. And I'm sure you're benefiting a lot of people. So thank you again for what you're doing. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you guys for having us. Thank you so much.
It's our pleasure to have you on. Thank you. Thank you. Folks, there you have it with Noah and Soap Fabulous. Here's the information again on how you can order it if you're interested in making a purchase from Noah. You go to Facebook, and Soap Fabulous Soaps is how you do that. And we're looking forward to you helping to support Noah's business. Thanks for watching today. Thanks for watching. Again, my name is Leon Thomas, and I'm going to give a goodbye wave to my co-host, Brooke. Noah, say bye-bye. Tiana, I gave you a bye-bye too. So, so thank you, everyone. Thank you. Here we go.